climate crisis puts us on a difficult spot. We notice that we're interconnected across communities, but also across species and across geographies. Increasingly, we notice that our activities, economic and industrial activities, are transforming the planet in deep structural ways. The techno-scientific organization model that our modern societies are based on makes a very specific separation between what is nature and what is culture, what is human and what is nature, and so on. And this is the boundary that is disappearing with the idea of the Anthropocene, which I find very important. The Anthropocene is the idea that our aggregate choices of industrial production, economic production and consumption is influencing the deeper structures of the planet. It is having such a big influence on the planetary ecosystems that we are regarded now as a geological force. I think different communities have started being aware of our influence on the ecosystems at different times, and this has revealed itself in political struggles throughout the 20th century. So far we have been very much dependent on an international system built around nation states, but we're noticing increasingly that nation states are not necessarily autonomous enough or free enough to be able to reach a point wherein climate crisis can be resolved. One of the narratives of we that we have been very aware of in the last couple of decades is how we as consumers have effects elsewhere in the world, elsewhere on nature. We see more and more interest in cycling instead of using a car, eating organically, buying responsibly, recycling, reusing, etc. These are individual actions that are very important in creating a culture that is sustainable into the future. But these are not the solutions to a global crisis as large as the climate change. There are no superheroes. There are no leaders that are going to solve the problem. There is no techno-scientific innovation that is going to fix it. There is no singular global action that is going to solve the problems that are emerging today. There is going to be a multiverse of narratives, storylines, coalitions emerging to solve the problems in different localities, different communities, and different ways. And we need to think together across these different narratives, how we can learn from each other and how we can act politically and also in a constructive way.